Hi, everybody. It's Meredith here. Welcome to the first ever Cocktails with Meredith. I've got my glass right here with my gin and tonic. And joining me today is none other than the fabulous Melissa Peterman. Hi, Melissa.
Hello, Meredith. How are
Hello,
you?
honey. I'm in my home in New York. Where are you?
I am in my home in Los Angeles.
Okay. And what are we drinking?
I have my little Casamigos, thank you, George Clooney, with a lot of fresh lime and a splash of key lime seltzer water.
Delicious, delicious. And mine is Bombay Sapphire. Just mention that in case you get anything free. I don't know. And I'm not even suggesting that. I'm really, really not. And although this is Cocktails with Meredith, I mean, that's nothing new to me. I have a cocktail pretty much every night, as I know you do, Melissa. Just
Yes.
FYI. Yes.
It's how we unwind, Meredith, right?
It is. And I'm noticing behind you, I'm actually struck by images that just are, I don't know, they draw up. Look at that.
Yeah, do you see that? This is just, I thought, an honor. I mean, well, this is up here around Meredith, but I just have some of my Meredith. This is one of my most prized possession. It's a headshot you wrote to me. It says, "To my best friend Melissa, you are the wind beneath my wings, Meredith Vieira." And just some fun stuff. You know me. I like to craft. And
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I don't remember writing that. Did I write that?
Oh, well, that's why. Maybe this is why you don't remember it.
That probably is. Speaking of this, to everybody at home that's watching now, and I apologize if we came on a little bit late, but we had some glitches. Not our fault. We're perfect, ladies. Yeah. But everything's working now. So heads up on that. If during the show you hear the words, and you will, super fan or super fans, and if you know the show, you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, we'll explain it a little bit later. You have to take a sip. Also, make a note of every time we say it, and at the end of the show, send us the count that you have for the number of times we said super fan or super fans, and whoever comes closest or gets it right first will get a gift from the fabulous Melissa.
Well, as I said, I do like to craft, Meredith, and in season 2, since we were in the pod, I made a lot of stuff. I made Meredith Vieira pillows, Greg Grunberg pillows. So I thought for our fan tonight that wins the super fan count, I'm going to hand make them a 25 words or less pillow, and I'm going to send it off to them, and they'll have their very own 25 words or less swag.
And you cannot get that just anywhere.
No, I've tried to go to stores, and they're like, absolutely not, Peterman. So you cannot get it in stores.
You had a whole bunch in the trunk of your car. No takers at all for that.
I sold the Grunberg for like $5.99. Yeah, I tend to give them away.
Actually, Greg Grunberg, who's a fabulous player and a good buddy of Melissa's, is in this show that you're about to see. This show, nobody else has seen it yet, which is really cool. You're the first ones to see it, the audience here. We will stop it from time to time to either tell you something that you'd never know otherwise about the show, or for our own personal commentary, just because we can. So whatever the reason. And Michael Cantor, our fabulous director, he selected this show because it's his favorite of the entire season.
Is it really?
Yeah, so I've heard. I think he likes it. So should we start?
Let's roll that beautiful TV footage.
Get your drinks ready, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. 25 words or less.
Today on 25 Words or Less, her Lifetime movies prove that 17 wrongs do make a right. It's Vivica A. Fox. A rumor got out that we had 3 blankets, and she appeared. It's Melissa Peterman. We're staging an intervention because he's still using his headshot from Dynasty. It's Jack Coleman.
That's true.
He and Jack make beautiful music together in the Action Figures band. And the Pope's okay with it. It's Greg Grunberg. And here's your host, Meredith Vieira.
Welcome to 25 Words or Less. Oh, it's so good to see you guys. Vivica, welcome to season 2.
Thank you so much. So good to see you, darling. I wish I could reach through the Zoom and hug you.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to
Can
all
we
you
stop
guys.
for one sec? Let's stop for one sec and let the audience know. And you were with her before the show started. This was the first time Vivica had ever been on the show. And here she is, and she does, when she's on Curb Your Enthusiasm, it's all improv. So this is not somebody who is nervous by nature. She was a little nervous.
She was a little nervous, and but the truth is, you get a little nervous because everyone's invested, and you want the contestants to win. You're not playing for you; you're playing for them. So I understand the nerves, but you're like, you are in Kill Bill. You're a superstar. You don't need to be nervous, Vivica.
I know you were a little awestruck because of her, so.
Oh, of course. Like that's the beauty of the game is like, we get to meet these amazing contestants, and then you get to meet people that you're fans of. And, but we always, Adam does a great job of prepping us, and like we have time to, talk her through and say, you're going to be great. And the reality is once the game starts, you don't have time to be nervous. Like you are in it to win it.
Exactly. And it's all about winning it for your contestant, for sure. Now, the blankets have to do with how cold that's. I mean, this year we did the show differently because of COVID. You were all I'm in New York. I was in my basement, literally in New York. You guys were all at a studio, but you were separated into your own little pods, and you needed the blankets.
It was ice cold, which was great because I kept a side of beef just frozen throughout the entire season. And I did a meat raffle on Fridays. People loved it, Meredith. But it was really, really cold. And I think it was because there was tons of the electrical equipment and whatnot. But I remember when Wendy Malick did the episode, she was not a fan of how cold we kept it.
No, she said something like if she ever comes back, she wanted like more blankets, whatever. And I think she will be back. I think she had a great time. All right, you want to keep going?
Yes, let's keep going.
All right, here we go.
We have got Melissa taking on Dan, and the winner could go home with $10,000. So let's get right to it. Melissa and Greg, you're up first.
Oh my
Oh, let's do
goodness. Where are you,
this.
Greg? You're that way.
Melissa, this could be confusing because your teammate's Melissa and you're Melissa. So do you have a nickname, anything else I might call you just so we don't get confused
You know,
here?
Meredith, I've always wanted to go by the name Victoria Prescott. I mean, she just sounds wealthy. She sounds like she owns a lot of land. She's done well in the stock market. She's had 7 husbands, and what a life, Victoria Prescott.
Yes, darling.
Is that okay?
Victoria, get back.
Okay,
get
I'm
back
back,
to
I'm
Earth.
back.
Victoria, we need to play.
Right.
All right, let's take a look at the answers for this round. Why did I ask? I'm going to set the opening bid 22 words. And Greg,
Yeah.
and you're keeping that name, Greg. Can you do it in less?
I am gonna go down to 19 words for this.
Okay, well, that's a good start, Greg,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'll say 17.
Oh, Victoria's
I'll
ready
say
to play.
16.
Oh, wow. Well, Victoria doesn't like that one bit.
See, the problem is I really think you
13.
believed you were.
Yes.
That's the kind of actress I am.
You got it, Victoria.
That's hard for him because he's so competitive with you.
Okay.
Can we stop for 1 second, just really quick?
Yeah, let's stop.
Okay.
Oh, on the freeze of you.
Okay, first of all, it is so rare for Greg Grunberg to
Totally.
pass. And especially when it's like me, like you said, I was so happy he got to play my ex-husband and baby daddy, but it was through 25 words or less that we just became like the best of friends. I call him my day husband. Sorry, honey. And he is so competitive and loves the game so much. So it's so hard to bid against him because he wants to go so low and he wants to play, but you don't want to go too low because ultimately you want to win for your contestant. I want to win for Melissa, but so the fact that Greg Grunberg passed, I better nail this one. I haven't seen this one. I hope Victoria.
I'm not sure if you do, because I know there have been some times where you've been very frustrated by the outcome. The thing about Greg too is he's so good, like you, that you don't know if he's bluffing or not half the time. Is he going lower? Is he just pulling you in? So then the minute you say the number that he knows you can't get it at, he gives it to you. So let's see.
Let's see.
Victoria, 13 words, 45 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
Highest mountain.
Everest.
Red cake.
Red velvet.
Pass. Actor.
Actress.
Penguin.
Danny DeVito.
Dryer. Blank trap.
Lint.
Lent. Good girl.
Tuna fish. Blank.
Can. Opener.
Dinner. Casserole, tuna casserole. Yes! Melissa Vivica!
Melissa, you get the points. 250, Dan. We're going to get you
All right,
on board. Maybe
wait,
it's time
stop.
to meet our contestant.
Melissa, I want to know what was going through your head at the end there.
Well, because I'm from Minnesota, and so casserole is like a thing. Casserole or hot dish, like we know that term. So I was so debating in my head, would somebody know that? And thankfully, Melissa, our fantastic player, grabbed it and got it. So that's the other thing, is when you're playing and you think that you have the best clue ever, if it might not be somebody else's in their context or in their wheelhouse, but casserole. Melissa, you were amazing.
And she gets the 250 points. So let's go back.
Melissa and Dan, tell us about yourselves in 25 words or less. And Melissa, you start us off. Hi.
Hi, California native. I love playing flute. I've been to over 20 theme parks.
Good girl.
Well, welcome to you, Melissa, and good luck.
Melissa.
Dan, hi, kiddo.
Hi.
Tell us about yourself.
Connecticut native, elementary school music teacher.
Ah,
Yes.
I've ridden
wow.
countless roller coasters nationwide.
Wow.
Hey.
Okay, you're a
Theme
little bit of a
parks,
daredevil
yeah.
yourself. But I also heard that you sing opera. You're an opera singer.
Yes.
Oh.
Ooh.
So if you were telling your kids about what you're doing here today, how would you do it as an opera singer?
I'm on 25 words or less. I'm guessing the clues that they say.
Okay. Kudos to that. I mean, really, there's so much pressure when you get in that pod. These guys are not performers at all. And I just love that he went for it, because when you ask a question like that, you say, can you show us a little bit? You don't know whether they're going to or not. That's not rehearsed. That's all off the cuff.
And sometimes you can freeze. Like I would have frozen. I'd be like, well, I wasn't ready for that. But he just nailed it. And that's what's been so fun. And especially during this season 2, when everyone's been in lockdown, just getting to meet people, even if you're in a pod, and to like get to know these contestants has been, to me, that was like the biggest gift of sunshine during COVID, was getting to play with these amazing contestants and what they're doing, you know?
Exactly. They're so impressive when you ask what they want to do with the money. Well, you'll see it in this show as well. Such thoughtful folks. Truly very, very thoughtful. We're about to introduce our super fans. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, this season, obviously, we didn't have an audience. Our audience was at home. And we wanted to acknowledge people who have been watching our show and supporting us, because it's really hard when you have a syndicated show to get traction. So every affiliate around the country, they found some super fans in their neck of the woods, and we asked a few of them to come join us virtually, and each team had their super fan, and they got to play along to win some money, or at least a gift card. It was our way of saying thanks. So let's meet our super fans, and don't forget, when I say it, what are you going to do? Here we go.
That was so great. Well, good luck to you, Dan.
Thank you.
We've also got some lucky viewers playing along with you at home. Let's meet your superfan partners for today. Playing along with Melissa from our sister station, WPWR My 50 Chicago. In Flossmoor, Illinois, it's Cynthia. How are you, Cynthia?
Hey, Cynthia.
I'm fine. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Let's win some money.
Yes.
Playing along with Dan from our sister station, WBNX Cleveland in Hudson, Ohio. It's Sherry. Hi, Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Mary.
I don't know if you can hear
Can
me.
you see
I
us?
lost the connection.
No, we hear you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, of course.
I'm stopping.
Melissa
I'm
and-
stopping for 1 second.
Yeah, stop.
I don't know if you know this, Meredith, but when we're in the pods and you go to the super fans, we don't get to see who they are. We hear them
I
and
didn't
we
know
get to
that.
see them. So it's so much fun when I watch the episodes after, like to get like lay my eyes on our awesome super fans. So I just was giving you a little fun fact behind the scenes that we don't get to see them.
And what I love is how real it is. You know, like she's kind of, am I on? Am I not on? And because it's happening all in real time for us. And folks that are at home, this is a really fun thing for them. And it's the only way we can really acknowledge our fans in this crazy time and just say thank you so much. Before we keep going, though, Melissa, there was a question So here's our first one. It's from Chris Bright. I like that name already. That one of our fans is called Bright. Okay. Will we ever see a 25 words or less tournament of champions? There are some winners I'd like to see compete again. And we've actually, I think you and I have even talked about this, Melissa, how much fun it would be to bring back either some people who had come close to winning but didn't, but were great game players, and give them that second chance. But all things are possible, Chris. So we'll take that under consideration, as they say. And Stephen Brown, who's my boss, is listening right now. He's thinking, I'll make these decisions, Meredith. You just tell us to start the show again. So, okay, start the
Chris,
show.
I have no authority. We're going to do it. We're gonna make that happen.
Yeah,
Here we
keep
go.
your super fans in mind
Chris.
as you play, because when you win, they also win. We're going to catch up with them just a little later. Okay, let's take a look at the answers for this round. I'm going to set the opening bid at 20 words, and Melissa, you go ahead and start us off.
I can do it in 18.
Yes.
Okay, girl.
I think I can definitely do it in 16.
Okay,
There
girl.
we go.
I believe you. I believe you, Dan.
I think I can do it in 15.
Yes, you can. Melissas know what they want.
That's my girl
Okay.
right there.
That's
No
Victoria.
problem going down to 14.
Oh. Big brother.
Okay.
I will let you
You
take
two
that.
are, you're.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yes,
Giving
let
it to
him
you,
have it.
Dan.
Excellent.
All right,
Listen to your
kiddo.
gut, Melissa. Listen to your gut. Good.
Are you ready, Jack?
I'm ready.
We
are
ready.
Oh, no. Stop.
Oh, we got a team of opera singers.
It was like the 7 dwarfs came through or something.
We have 14 words to get your team to guess all 5 answers. Get ready. 45 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
Marriage cancellation.
Divorce.
Parted Red Sea.
Moses.
Budweiser horse.
Clydesdale.
Baltimore.
Maryland.
Skateboard with handlebars.
Scooter.
Yeah. Good job.
Hey,
Good job.
Skateboard with handlebars
So good.
is excellent.
Can we talk
I'm
about
thrilled
what
that
a
we have a
clue giver Dan
Hold
is?
on, stop it 1 sec, guys. Yeah.
Dan is like one of those contestants that, like, he didn't even blink. He was just like a ninja in there, and the best clues ever. And Meredith, like, you know how you were talking about doing like the T-shirts of the clues with like the answer and back, divorce or marriage
Cancellation is great.
divorce. I mean, genius clue. That was a genius clue, Dan.
Exactly. And we really did think about that. I'd love to know what the fans out there think of this idea as something to wear that represents the show, where you would have the clue, a brilliant clue like that. And then on the back, like Melissa said, would be what the actual answer was. I think that's so great. We've had some hysterical ones also this season.
And see, now would be the time I have that running list of them, and I don't have it here. There was a funny one for like potato skin. Was it like Spud X? And what's another word for skin? Was it?
I don't remember. They were great.
Oh, never mind.
Melissa, can I tell you about Cocktails with Meredith? You'll be back.
Okay, good.
So get that list for the next time, because it actually, some of the clue giving is amazing, because again, they haven't seen these words. They have only a matter of seconds to figure out how many words it's going to take them to get people to guess the list, and what words they're going to use to make them guess. So you have to be really fast on your feet. There's no question about it. And both of these guys are. They're really good.
You're both amazing.
Amazing. Let's go back.
Oh, that was so bad. But anyway, we're just getting warmed up here on 25 words or less, so come on back for more right after this. No more singing.
Don't go anywhere.
Yes.
All right. Are we going to do any questions? Is it questions?
Oh, let me look. Let me look. Here we hold on. Okay, yes. Stop. Look at you. I got so caught up in my moment. That's so sad. It's so sad. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Jeez. Okay.
I can show my cocktail glass prototypes. This is one.
Oh, that's very nice. I got one from Packer Dude. Meredith, were you nervous when you first started on the show? Does he mean tonight, or does he mean in general? I always, you know what, Packer Dude, I don't know what that means because
Packers might be a Packer fan, right?
I hope so. I hope that's what that means. But anyway, Packer dude, I actually always get nervous before any show that I do, any kind of performance, and I think it's a good thing because it's the butterflies that say to me that I care a lot about the show, and that sort of keep me on my feet and on my toes. And I think the day that I don't get them, and occasionally that has happened, then I become a little complacent, and I don't think that's a good place to be. So it's just nervous energy. It's like when you're the horse right before you get out of the gate, you're anxious to start, and then once you start, you have fun. But it's always nerve-wracking when you're launching a show for everybody involved. I mean, Melissa was there from the very beginning, so she was part of that whole process. You want it to do well. You're getting your sea legs, so to speak. You're learning the show and how to navigate your way through the actual show itself and the limitations of the show, the demands of the show. So it's but that's part of the process. That's what I love, Melissa. I think you do too.
I do too, and I agree with you that the minute you should be nervous because that means you're invested and you care. And the minute you're not nervous, I get worried. But I have to give you a shout out. You are a pro. You are the best in the biz, and you never let them see you sweat. I mean, you don't. You always just Well, now you're gonna
there's nothing there.
Nothing there. Look at that. Look at that. And she's just came out of doing hot yoga, and not one bead of sweat on American.
My hair's perfectly coiffed. It's amazing, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here's another one from Riley Lang. Hi, Melissa. Riley here. Who's more competitive to play games with, this group of folks or Reba? I love that question.
Hi, Riley Lang. I just love you so much, and I am just I'll go offline. I'm so proud of everything you're doing. That's a great question because Miss McIntyre is the game queen, the game guru, and is very competitive. So when we play, it can get ugly in in a good way. But I would say, I don't know. Reba's one of the most competitive, but on this show, everyone comes just as competitive, which is why I am dying to get Reba to maybe come play an episode in season 3.
I think she will.
I'm going to work on it. I mean, she loves games.
Yeah.
I think she'd be so good at it, but she's very competitive. I risked my life like a week ago bringing up a rule in Rummikub, and I happened to be right, so I actually recorded it on my phone and posted it because I was nervous because I wanted the camera on in case something happened because I challenged her in a rule, but I was right. So she's also really good at games, so smart, so she would be a great contestant to get on. So fingers crossed, season 3, the redhead plays 25 words or less. And Riley, mwah, I love you.
Yeah, no, I mean, we would love to have her on. And before we go back to the show, I just wanted to let people know that, and this is really true, that the thing about this game is long after it's over, when Melissa's driving home or I'm going home or whatever, you're still thinking about the clues. You're still thinking, why did I say that? Why didn't I come up with this? It haunts these people.
Me, little Nikki? Little Nikki.
Tell them what you're talking about.
I still wake up in the middle of the night. Of all the Adam Sandler movies I could give a clue to, Little Nikki. I mean, The Wedding Singer. I mean, there were so many options, but I panicked because I kept thinking if I said something about a wedding, they go on to bridegroom. I don't know. But yes, you drive home. If it's with Greg or with any of the other contestants, we sometimes text each other and are like, what did we do? But it haunts you.
And also the other celebrities won't let you forget it.
No, they don't.
We were done with that. They were like, what is your problem?
I think Grunberg's ringtone for me says Little Nikki when I call. It's like, Little Nikki.
That's the way we show our love. Okay, let's go back. We have more questions, but we'll get to them in a minute.
Welcome back to 25 Words or Less. We have ourselves a really good game. Melissa has 250 points, Dan 250. Before our final celebrities play, let me remind you that no one goes away empty-handed here on 25 Words or Less. So Jamie, tell us what today's runner-up will be taking home.
One of you will be going home with a gift card to Chicago Steak Company. Delivering the ultimate steak experience with the highest quality melt-in-your-mouth steak shipped right to your door. Visit ChicagoSteakCompany.com.
Yummy.
Vivica,
Yes.
Jack, your turn to play.
Okay.
Okay, Vivica's first time up.
Let's take a look at the answers for this round. I'm going to set the opening bid at 21 words. And Jack, would you go ahead and start us off?
18. Nice.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. 18 is good. Vivica.
16.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a tough
15.
list.
Yes,
Nice.
Jack.
Toss it out there.
Oh,
I am not blowing this for you, Melissa. He can have it.
Okay. Good call.
Okay.
Good call, Viv. Good call.
Good call. That's a
this
good
is a
call.
tough list. Okay, you have 15 words to get your team to guess all 5 answers. Get ready. 45 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
Italian city.
Pisa.
Pisa,
Rome.
Italy.
Common flower.
rose.
Daisy, rose,
Pass.
tulip,
Spaghetti rinse.
Colander.
strainer,
TV brand.
Samsung.
Samsung, Sony.
Nokia.
Oh God.
Raytheon.
Pass.
Wow.
Stingy invertebrate.
Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Bee.
Ocean.
Bee.
Ocean.
Stingray.
Oh,
That was a hard list.
Jellyfish.
Tell y'all, good
Well,
girl.
Vivica, your gut feeling was right. Melissa gets the points. 500 for Melissa, Dan at 250.
Yeah.
Still anyone's game. When we return, we're going to find out who will earn a shot at $10,000. Will it be Melissa or Dan? Come on back to find out. That was a tough list.
Yeah, that was a good
Okay, I do love that music so much. Okay, let's take a moment to get some questions.
I
And
would
as
not have taken that list in a million years. Vivica, exact right thing. Panasonic, Colander,
Colander I stopped at, I thought, how are you going to get that? They're tough words.
really tough, really tough.
But she was smart. That part of the game is knowing when you shouldn't play. And
Yeah,
I think
we
she
always say that.
knew.
We always
I
remind
want
each other, sometimes the best way to play is not to play.
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
that's a thinker. I'm getting real smart, Meredith, as I have my
Yeah, you are. You're really, really smart. All right, hold on. Let me see. Let's go. We'll go in order. Linda from Linda. Hi, Linda. Meredith, you seem to be having the time of your life hosting this show after years of heavy journalism. Is this a nice break for you? Linda, I love it. I did another little game show known as Millionaire for 11 seasons, the syndicated version. That's the first time I hosted anything game related, and I adored doing that. And I love this, and part of it is for the reason that I mentioned before, because this is the little engine that could. I mean, we're starting from scratch. This is not a reboot of a game show. This is, this is a board game that was turned into a televised version of the game, and so we're really proud of it, and we're all kind of flying by the seat of our pants and loving it because we believe in the game. We really enjoy it. So now let me just bear with me. Okay. Thank you, Linda. Okay. Julie wants to know, Julie Nolan, pretty name, Julie. What kinds of music do celebs listen to in the pod? We haven't gotten there. You know what? We're going to get there in the next thing. So why don't you go ahead and say?
You want me to say it?
Or do you want to wait till we actually see you do it?
No, I'll do whatever you want, but they change up the music. My favorite thing is sometimes if a clue came up or one of us could not get an answer, and like they'll play a song with that word in the lyric, like the guys in the audio booth, just to sort of like, mess with us a little in a very fun way. But there's anything from, Bruno Mars to Broadway tunes to Tom Jones. Like, they play everything. And it's very fun. I love it.
And that comes up in the next segment, so everybody will see that. Okay, and Veronica Avalon says, how long do these take to film? And she also says, love the show, by the way, Veronica. Thank you so much. We try to shoot pretty close to time. What I would say maybe the longest I'm looking at Bradford, who does my makeup, who's said, well, some of them go on a little bit, Meredith, but I would say around 30 to 40 minutes. Does that sound right?
That sounds about right. Like, on most days we can tape 5 to 6 of them in a day.
We
And
do. We tape 6 a day.
And just so everybody knows, the game is always in real time. Like that part is never ever fudged because you can't.
Right.
But the stuff that maybe sometimes might take a little longer is if there's a technical mistake or something goes down. But the gameplay is always in real time. So yeah, I think 30 to 40 minutes sounds about right.
Yeah, and Manny, our director, is like, he is go, he's like, doesn't waste a second. He's really good at keeping things to time. And this year we were shooting, in New York and LA at the same time. That's really hard to sync that up. So during rehearsals, we had some real glitches that they amazingly worked out. Kudos to our great technical staff who made the whole thing run so smoothly. Because when there's a delay, it's really hard if you're doing a show like this. And finally, I just want to get this one last question in. Because it's a good one. If I can find it, where is it? Melissa, vamp while I.
Oh, all right.
Where is it?
What do you want me to vamp about?
Hamilton. Where did you find Jamie the announcer? Is he in the studio live for recordings? Because you love him, so you start, Melissa.
I love Jamie so much. First of all, he has the best, it's a Scottish accent, but it's not an accent because he's actually Scottish, but he has the best voice ever. He's so funny. And when Jamie, and by the way, Jamie goes through the intro, so we are in on the joke. So I love it. The more deprecating and funny it is, my goal is to make Jamie laugh. I live for the intros.
And I didn't know that early on when we were doing the show, season 1. I said to Jamie, I don't know if they're comfortable with this because some of this stuff is really mean and almost degrading. And he said, no, they sign off on everything. And that's what's great because it's very self-deprecating humor.
I love it. Like my favorite ones is she's People Magazine's sexiest subscriber. Stuff like that. Like I love him and he's so funny. He's so smart and he'll call you up and he'll have 10 to 20 pitches already every morning. And he has to come up with, if you're doing 6 of them a day, he has intros for 4 different people and he is hilarious and so funny. And normally he is in studio, but obviously season 2, he was not, but he was watching.
And he's from Scotland and he looks very good in a kilt.
When did you see him in a kilt, Meredith?
No need to know basis. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. I'm not gonna kiss and tell.
Oh,
here we go.
Okay.
Welcome back to 25 Words or Less. Let's take a look at our scores. Melissa has 500 points with a little help from Vivica and Victoria. And on the other side, Dan has 250 points thanks to Greg and Jack. But don't forget, whoever has more points at the end of this round will have a shot at $10,000. Okay, Melissa and Dan, you'll be building your own answer boards in this round. So celebrities, please put on your headphones. Listen to the music. You're gonna love what we've selected for you today. I know.
Okay, that's what you were talking about.
I hope it's some magic.
I know you do.
Some opera?
There we go. Okay, they can't hear us. Let's get started. Here are the first 3 answers you're going to be choosing from. Okay, Dan, you are trailing, so you're going to pick first. Will it be Sarah, Shield?
It's fun for me to get to watch them build their board because we really are completely out of it. We don't get to see it. And this is, to me, the most strategic part of the game.
Sarah.
Right here.
Totally.
Next set of answers. Fetch, boneless, utility, player. Melissa.
Because you're doing math in your head at the same time. It's tricky.
Okay.
And we're just back there jamming out to Born This Way. And they're
working.
Okay, you've got 2 yellows and Melissa has 2 greens. Let's take a look at the next set of answers. Utensils, plaque, viral video. Dan,
oh my gosh.
It's your turn.
I'll take viral video. Go for the red.
Yeah, going with the tough one. Okay, Melissa.
I think I can get them to say plaque.
Very good. Next set of answers. Hebrew, inventor, tikka masala.
Tikka masala?
I'm going to go with Hebrew.
That's a good bet.
Yep.
I'm going to go with inventor.
All right. Last set of answers. Hope, Beanie Babies, industry. And Dan, it is your turn to start us off.
Definitely going to go Pope.
Yeah.
Melissa?
I'm gonna go with Beanie Babies.
Good job, guys. You have built out your answer boards. Ish in audio, please turn off the music for our celebrities. All right, Melissa, you're going to be going first. Dan, you can relax for now. Good luck. All right, get ready. 20 words, 45 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
Blank Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Dog game with stick.
Fetch. Go fetch.
White tooth buildup.
Plaque.
Jewish language.
Yiddish. Oh my gosh, why?
Pass.
Yes.
Why?
Stuffed
Why?
animal heavy.
Teddy bear. Stuffed animal heavy.
Brand.
Oh, beanie baby. Beanie baby. Beanbag. Beanbag. Beanie baby. Beanie baby. Beanbag chair. Beanbag stuffed animal. Beanbag bear. Beanbag. Beanie baby. Beanie babies.
Plural.
Beanie babies.
Oh my
Language. Yiddish.
God.
Hasidic.
Hebrew.
Oh. I
You
can't.
guys did awesome.
Yeah.
But you know what? You still did great, Melissa.
You did.
You got Sarah, that was 250.
She did
French
great.
was 250. Plaque, 500. Hebrew, not so great. You didn't get that. But Beanie Babies, and that was a struggle for that one to get that S on babies. So that was worth 500. Melissa, you ended up with 2,000 points. That's fantastic. You relax now. Okay.
Okay, let's
Dan.
stop it right there.
Okay,
Let's stop
here's
it
the
right
deal.
there before we get to Dan. So Melissa, you are so intense when you play. It's crazy, but that's the way you have to be. And I could see with the Hebrew, you weren't getting it, and you were so frustrated because she did the right thing. She passed.
She did the right thing. Melissa did a fantastic job.
You did a great job. And then for our audience at home, how precise we have to be. You said Beanie Baby over and over, but it had to be the plural, Beanie Babies, for us to take it. So I honestly didn't think you were going to get it because I don't know that I would have made the jump to plural. So that was great on your part.
Well, first of all, my character, Barbara Jean, on the Reba show collected Beanie Babies, so I should have got it quicker, okay? I'm sorry about that, Melissa. But that's what I've learned as you play more is like, if you think, if it looks like you're on the trail, just give every iteration of every name possible.
Exactly.
Past tense, all of that. But man, yeah, that one, she did a great job. We just couldn't get there for her, and I hate that.
Well, that leads to a question from Heather Laverne. She's asking you, Melissa, do you prefer to give clues or to guess like you had to do there?
I love the challenge of giving, and you always want to do that. But I will say I like guessing because I think I'm good at that part, and at least I'm loud. I don't know if I'm good or I just have a lot of volume.
Well, you're loud, but you're fast. You throw out a lot of things, which is really part of the trick to it. Just keep going, and the hope that something comes up that's right.
I guess I would say I don't know. I like them both for different reasons, but if I had to pick, I'd say let me guess. I'll be your guesser all the way, all the time.
Okay. All right. So your turn's done. Let's go over to the other team.
Now trail by 1,750 points.
You picked
But with the
hard
answers
ones.
you've chosen, you can still win the game. You can do this. So get ready. 20 words, 45 seconds.
I don't
on the
remember who
clock.
won, and I
Your
was
time
there.
starts
I
now.
don't remember either.
Sword, opposite.
Knife,
Dagger.
sword, dagger,
Defensive.
Shield.
Good,
Chicken.
good.
No phibia.
boneless chicken.
Boneless chicken.
Extremely
Ow!
watched YouTube.
It is trending.
Infectious.
It's
That was a great clue.
oh god.
Fantastic.
Trending. It's pass. Go to the next one. Yeah.
Keep going.
Creates
Yeah, all right.
new things.
Inventor.
Inventor.
Vatican.
Pope.
Pope.
Keep going. You got to get
Billion
this.
views.
Come on.
Billion views is oh man, it's on YouTube.
Disease.
Oh.
Oh, viral video.
Viral.
Viral video.
Dan.
The good news is, Dan and Melissa, we have a tie, okay? That's the good news. We have a tie.
Wow.
To break the tie, Melissa and Dan will go head to head. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to give you
Oh my
clues
God. I'm
to one
stressed,
final
Meredith. I'm
answer.
stressed
If
watching
you
it.
bring and you
Stressed
get it
too.
right, you're headed to the money round, but you get it wrong, and your opponent will play. Okay, grab your buzzers. for a chance at $10,000. Here we go. First clue, state. Next clue, New England. Final clue, Boston. Okay, Dan, you rang in. Let me explain this to you. If you get the answer right, you're going to the money round. But if you get it wrong, Melissa automatically wins the game. So Dan, what's your answer?
Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's Massachusetts. Mr. Connecticut, yes it is. It's your neighbor state. Oh, nicely done, Dan. Okay, you have won the game. Congratulations. But what a game this has been. Melissa, you are outstanding. Outstanding as a contestant. We really loved having you here. It's hard to say goodbye, but we are sending you off with a gift card from Chicago State Company, so we hope you enjoy that.
Thank you.
And of course, we have to say goodbye to your superfan partner as well. Cynthia, unfortunately, you're not moving on, but we are sending you a $100 gift card, just as our way of saying thank you for being a superfan. Thank you. Okay, Dan is moving
I'm
on,
stopping
so
for
going
one
back to
second,
see
just
if he
because
can talk.
what I love is that everyone does get to go home with something, and for our super fans, I love that even if it's not $1,000, $100 gift card, that's awesome. But we talk about that tiebreaker? How many times do you think we've done a tie?
Well, more. I'm sorry, that's my phone. My ship must have come in. I mean, Hollywood's calling. Not more than I would have thought, to be honest with you, over the 3 seasons, but not many. Not many at all. And I find it so nerve-wracking. I mean, it's exciting because they each have that one more shot at it. But it's just.
And it's the thing, there's always, if you just had one more, you know that they both would get it in a heartbeat, but it's
Totally.
It's that risk of buzzing now thinking I'm 80% sure, or do I wait for that sure thing knowing that we both are gonna buzz right away? But yeah, it's nerve-wracking.
It's really nerve-wracking. And it also speaks to how good the contestants are, that the games are usually close. If not a tie, they're close because, I mean, you know, the contestants actually are tested before they're chosen because we need people who can play the game. It's important. I think the audience would get bored very easily if we had on anybody, celebrities or contestants, who didn't understand the game and couldn't play it well. It wouldn't be fair to them either. So they go in there with a good knowledge of the game, but gee, once that light is on, particularly if you're not used to being under the light, so to speak, it's extremely nerve-wracking, and that's why we try to keep them in the moment and encourage them to just play the best they can, and they do. So before we go to see what happens with Dan, I want to read some of these questions. Okay, Melissa, you up for this?
I'm up for it. I was just going to say, what's also so lovely is that even our super fans, which was so lovely to see, is even if they didn't win that, every time they wished their competitor, the other super fan, luck, which I loved seeing that. They were like, I didn't win this one, but go get it. Go get him, Dan. Like, go, you know, it was always so lovely to see that.
Yeah, they don't really mean it. They don't really mean it.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm kidding. No, they are. Everybody's really gracious. Okay, this is for you, Melissa. How do you enjoy being able to perform as yourself in front of a live audience compared to acting in front of one, like Reba or Baby Daddy? How do you like just being you?
It's so much easier to be me, and the wardrobe fits, so that is awesome. You know, I love acting because it's again a whole different animal. But I love every game show. I've loved game shows since I was like 10 years old, so I love just being able to be myself. That's the easiest, I guess.
Yourself in this game, you were Victoria.
I was Victoria Prescott,
Yes,
which
hello.
was there because that's the kind of performer I am. But yeah, it's always easy to show up and be you because hopefully, I can't get the lines wrong, right?
Exactly. But that's the other thing. It's all ad lib. I mean, it's still performance. It's just a different kind for sure.
And I still get nervous. I still get nervous, the mornings of 25 words or less, in a great way, in a good way.
Yeah. And that's why you wear the special
diaper? Is that what you were going to say?
Or we're not supposed to share that. I mean, I always get so confused what you can share.
We're spilling all the tea here. We're spilling all of it.
By the way, that question came from Abby Delatry. Abby, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
Nailed
Okay. And this is from Holly Farrell. Again, hi, enough with the Melissa. Hi, Melissa. Okay. What was one of your favorite behind the scenes moments of season 2? Blast from the past here.
Oh my gosh. Like behind the scenes, so many. I mean, I think one of my favorite behind the scenes moments that no one gets to see is like after the game. Obviously it was COVID, so we didn't like get to all hang out, but we would get to see the contestants, and if they won or even if they didn't, like I love that moment as we could be outside and they were like heading off, just to be able to chat with them and say good job or whatever. My favorite moments is, oh, I know, Meredith, when our super fan told us how she discovered the show, and she told it in the most honest and funny way. And she said, you know, my mom and I were just looking for something to watch, and we just accidentally fell on this, and we just loved it. And it was like, well, you know, it was sort of better than nothing. We found it.
Nothing. That's right.
And I actually made her a pillow and sent it to her of the new slogan. So some of those moments are my favorite behind the scenes moments. And also just the fun we had, like with our awesome makeup team, we would make videos. We were just creating our own little fun every time we could because we were so excited to be there. So I had fun making videos with our fantastic 25 Words or Less glam. So Sheena and Diana, hi guys. So those are my favorite.
Yeah, no, my favorite also was the super fan who said that she did, because she was so honest. She didn't mean it as an insult. She just said it was better than nothing else, you know, than anything else is on right now. So, and we used that line repeatedly in the show because it was great. The irony is that we, you know, because of COVID, people were home. And so we were discovered by folks that might not have discovered us otherwise because they were flipping through trying to find basically new content to watch on television.
2020 was kind of a dumpster fire. So
yeah,
I think everybody was looking for whether it's a half hour of feel-good fun that you enjoy and you can laugh, and everyone walks away feeling good. They were looking for that. And I think I told you that I found on social media some great fans reached out that it was some of our nurses that would watch it in the break room just to have a little moment to, you know, laugh for a second. So that's been like the biggest gift. Is we were so grateful that when they find it, because it's a fun show.
And it's very humbling because you can look at something like a game show and go, oh, whatever. But it does affect people. And in a year like this, a little half an hour of escapism, of joy, of just laughing, just being allowed to laugh when you're feeling overwhelmed by things. I mean, what a gift to give to other people, and what a gift for us to receive. It's really, I don't want to get like all Pollyanna-ish here, but that I would leave the show every day and go upstairs to my husband. I don't have to go too far. And, you know, it's the truth. I'd say, you know, we're doing something positive at a time where every little thing that's positive really makes a difference. And as I used to joke, I said, I did no harm today. I gave people a little bit of money and I gave them a laugh, and I got to see my buddy. So what else do you want? Really, what else do you want?
And just to, you know, to drive home knowing that there's some people that got 10 grand, that just made my world feel a little bit better too. And it was just a joy to be there and to watch something good happen. So, I mean, and I could get Pollyanna and I could cry. I would. You want me to cry, Meredith?
I do, please, Victoria, please cry.
Are you going to go make me cry? Melissa, tell us everything.
I hope so. The hardest part, I have to say, this season has been we're a very touchy-feely show in a good way. You know, a lot of hugging, a lot of like the teams like gather around together and they're plotting their strategy and all of that stuff. And at the end, everybody's jumping up and down, and we're genuinely excited. And not to be able to hug the contestants has been, that was really hard about this year. And probably more than anything else to me.
And I think too is, and I think all of the contestants that played were playing for contestants. We always made a point. Like I always wanted to make sure you said hello to Melissa and Dan, and like, because you can't like do this thing of like, I got you. We are here. We're going to win. So whatever we could do over Zoom to go, you got it. Deep breath. We're going to do this. I'm hugging you through here. Most people prefer it, but I'm going to give you a hug through here. and just making sure you had that connection with your contestant, because you need to look them in the eye and you need to, let them know that you got a team behind you.
Exactly. All right, let me just do a couple more. This is called, what do we call this when we delay the final act? What's that called? Building the suspense, I guess, or, all right, again, let me just see. Okay, Katie May, how do you decide the number to start with, Meredith? When I'm saying I'm going to start the bidding at 20 or 25 or whatever it is, that's really a decision that's made behind the scenes by a group of people that have looked at the list, studied the list. Jamie would be one of them. I think Stephen Brown would be one of them. We're giving our assessment, our overall assessment of how difficult we think it is. And that comes from real experience. I'd like to say that I come up with it, off the top of my head, but it's a little more premeditated than that and thoughtful, because we don't want to start too low. That's not fair. And we don't want to start ridiculously high if we think they can, the startup point should be a little bit lower. So, and I think
it's the numbers think tank. Like, you just have a lot of people weigh in on that.
Exactly. Okay, and the last one is to Melissa. This is from Sam Productions. Hey, Sam Productions. Which celeb would you choose to be on your team? Careful.
Oh, that's so hard. I mean, my day husband would be so upset if I didn't say Greg Grunberg. Yeah, so I will say Greg Grunberg, because we have a shorthand with each other. We know each other so well. We are friends in real life, so I can kind of read his mind. But I would say that saying that, there are so many amazing. I think Christella is amazing. I think Raven is fantastic. Like Jack, I'm just trying to think of everyone I've played with that have been so good. Like,
I'm blanking. Oh my gosh.
There's been nobody I played with that brought their A game. But yeah, Vivica did amazing too. Like, she was ready to play. I love Kate Flannery and Oscar.
Great.
From, like, the
Oscar, yep. They're all great.
Honestly,
Rick Fox.
Yes. Rick Fox is amazing.
I don't want to leave people out because they're all really, really good. So I feel bad if we didn't mention somebody. The truth is that
Ross Matthews.
That's what I was trying to think. Ross is
unbelievably so good at it.
Yeah.
And also, like,
Carson is great.
Carson is fantastic.
Is great.
And I think that it's really interesting because whoever those four are, there's an energy that those four people create, and mixing and matching it, and it's so fun.
Matt Iceman, I'm just thinking out loud.
Oh, yeah, Matt. I mean, again, like, I'm blanking because I don't think I played with anybody who doesn't. Because I think that you guys do a really great job of making sure that the contestants are there to win, or that we're there for the contestants to win, and that we want to play. No one's there like phoning it in. Like,
no, you can't. You can't. And I mean, I think one of the reasons celebrities are nervous, I get why the contestants are, because they've never been on TV and it's just nerve-wracking. But for the celebrities, they're sort of like, well, I don't want to not look good. I don't want to come off. I've said to some celebrities that have been on the show, you're on a team. You don't have to worry about it. You're not going to look stupid. We're all in it together and having fun. But yeah, you don't want to lose for your contestant. They're just glad to be there.
They're like, what are you going to do with the 10 grand, Meredith? And they're like, I'm going to take my grandmother on the trip of a lifetime, or, and you're like, and then all of a sudden you feel like you lost it for them. And you don't want that feeling ever. So you will do anything to not have that.
Exactly.
Like, fantastic players.
Yeah. And just before we go back, I have to say that I would say every celebrity who's come on who hasn't done so great the first game, by the time they've done their day, they are great. Some of this game is just, and if you watch at home, the more you watch, the better you get at it. And I think for a lot of particularly a celeb who's coming on who's never done it, it's the practice of it. It's the getting used to the rhythm of it and all of that. And we've never had a celebrity who's come on this show. Well, Wendy will come back if we give her more, but who hasn't said at the end, I want to do this again.
Absolutely.
And that's because they have a good time, and we're trying to foster that environment. So in that light, this is the most important round. Well, the second most, we just came to the most important round, but this is where we'll see if Dan will go home with $10,000. So let's go back to the tape.
the money round and go home with $10,000. Don't you go anywhere.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on.
Victoria Prescott is having a lovely evening with you, Meredith. Cheers.
Cheers, darling. I mean, I'm almost done.
Are you really?
Yeah. How are you on that? Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna switch mine. Should I switch mine to Melissa class now?
That's why I have just put the M, because it accounts for both of us.
There we go.
Welcome back to 25 Words or Less. Dan has won the game with the help of Greg and Jack and will now have a chance to play for $10,000. All right, Dan, that's not much money for anybody. What do you want to do with it?
I've been dating my girlfriend for 5 years, since high school. And we both really love theme parks and roller coasters.
He's in high school.
If I
He's
win
so
the
young.
10K, I want to take her on a road trip and visit every single Six Flags in the country, because there's like 15 of them. And just ride all those roller coasters, and we'll get the VIP passes because we got the money, and it's just going to be a really good time.
Awesome.
That's a lovely thing to do. Remember, Dan, if you win, your superfan partner wins. Get this, Sherry, $1,000. Can you hear me?
Good luck, Dan.
She heard that. Okay. All right, Dan, you have, in this final round, you will have 1 minute and 25 words to get 10 answers. Get them all, and you are leaving here with $10,000. So good luck to you. Get ready. 25 words at your disposal. 1 minute on the clock this time. For $10,000, your time starts now.
Arm joint.
Elbow.
Mini golf.
Mini golf is
Synonym. Miniature golf.
miniature golf. It's putt.
There we go. Black insect.
Fly.
Ant, fly.
Ant.
Log.
Log is wood.
House.
Log cabin.
Cabin.
Golden Gate.
Bridge.
Fancy personal driver.
Chauffeur.
Greg Grunberg.
Bar. Night.
Bar night.
Our night club.
Wizard's cast.
Spells.
Catcher's mitt. Synonym.
A glove.
Glove.
Mow the lawn.
Mow the lawn is
Green.
Brass.
Grass.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, Dan, that was awesome.
Sherry, all you did was be a super fan from your home, and we're sending
Hey,
you
Sherry, hey,
$1,000.
Dan!
Our way of saying thank you, Cher.
Thank you very much.
And a big thank you to all of our celebrities today. Greg, Vivica, Jack, and Victoria. One time only. So glad you could make it. We'll see you next time right here on 25 Words with Us. Oh, great.
Fun.
And I love how you had those, whatever they were, you had them positioned perfectly for that.
Whatever they were, Meredith. Whatever they were. They had what do I call that stuff? I call them Winona and Naomi, the jugs. That's what I call them.
They were like sparkly things.
I went because I knew that we don't get to be in the same room, and so I wanted to bring energy. So I went to like the dollar store, and I got so many party favors, and every time I had them all laid in my pod, and anytime I could bring something to use just to like get the party started. They just won 10 grand. He's going to sit.
Well, it was your way of hugging them. That's what it was. That's what
I do a little twirly twirl.
Yeah. And Greg's dad is one of the biggest fans of our show. So, right? So he's I mean, Greg, every time he plays, he's sort of wondering, what would his dad say? What would his dad do? And his dad wants them all.
What would Jerry do?
What would Jerry do?
Because he watches it, and it's so funny you said that, because his dad will text him after show, and I told you that my Aunt Kathy will text me. She watches every night, and she'll just give me the rundown on every show, and I'm going to put together Aunt Kathy's reviews of every episode because they're always so awesome. She's like, that Carson Kressley he's just a brainiac, and he's so smart and so cute, and like she'll like list everything. And
what about you? Does she critique you?
Yes, believe me. I've gotten certain things of like, well, why would you use that clue? I mean, yes, that's the beautiful thing about family is that they'll tell you what you should have, which is why the woulda, shoulda, coulda game.
Well, I was just going to say, we've talked about doing after the show, the woulda, shoulda, coulda game, where we go back through the things, the clues you could have given that you didn't, because we always have them.
Yes, we do. I'm always curious, and I know that I didn't text this question, but I'm going to ask you, because I know, Meredith, because you're a pro, you're always thinking of what clue you would have given. So are there times that you're inside screaming at us too?
Oh, you should. I mean, I'm literally going like, oh, because I don't want to. I'm one of those people that talks out loud when I'm watching something on TV. I talk to the screen, which I'm sure a lot of our fans do, because you get frustrated when the perfect clue comes to your mind and you're not coming up with it, or your teammates aren't coming up with it. It kills you because you want to scream it out loud, and occasionally that happens. But I have to say, the clue giving on the show is really good. Sometimes it leads, like you said, you have to worry about, is this clue going to lead them? I think it's going to lead them this way, but if it doesn't, we're going to be way off on a sidetrack.
Drop them off at the door. That's what Michael always says. Like in an example in this one is like, I think it was log cabin, and he said log, and he didn't, just that word could bring you in a million different words, like Lincoln, like wood, forest. But as soon as he gives house, they know exactly where they're talking. So it's always like, take them to the door, get them right there, and then that's the key to great clue givings, is you leave no room for error.
Exactly. I just hope his girlfriend really does like, roller coasters, and she isn't just like vomiting on everyone. Like, why did you want to do that?
He's not at home going, Dan, that's your thing. I don't like Six Flags.
I want a nice dinner. I want a beach. I don't want a roller coaster, but I'm sure she's very happy. So wait a minute. We need a drum roll. Okay. All right. Okay. The pillow winners who said Superfan 18 times. That's how many times? 18 times. There's a tie between LaDonna Cooprider, okay? And then I'm going to tell you, wait a minute. I hope this is right. Count LaDonna Cooprider, count as 18, and then spell this out. SNEHASWAMINATHAN. And then it says Adriana Byington. So I'm going to ask our folks.
Adriana. That's her name.
SANEHASWAMINATHAN.
That's like her Twitter handle or something, Vera. I'm hip to all the.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Adriana. You're much more sophisticated than I am.
So we have two winners.
So it's LaDonna and it's Adriana. Yep. And so let's hear what they're going to get.
Well, I have to make them because I've given away all of my. You can have a Meredith Vieira pillow. You can have a Greg Grunberg pillow. They'll all be 25 words or less pillow themes. I can give you a Melissa, whoever you want. I'm going to make you your own 25 words or less pillow, and I'm going to send it right off to you, and you can have a little swag at your house.
Yeah, maybe you can include the 18 times because that was the right guess. Okay, to claim the prize, ladies, send us a message on either Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, and you can find us by searching 25 words or less. Oh, wait a minute. Whoever sends us a message first.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
I'm going to make them for both.
Yeah. What are you thinking, LA?
You know, Adriana, and is it Adriana and LaDonna? I'm going to have your home address now. So just so you know, that's the trade-off. You're going to get your own 25 words or less pillow, but I will now know where you live.
Delivers them around 2 to 3 in the morning, and she actually comes into the room and lifts her head very daintily and puts it on top. No, she doesn't put it on top.
Now COVID, I just stand outside the gates and go, I got your prize. Go get your prize.
Oh, well, we're very happy for you. I didn't know it was 18 times. I lost count after 2. I'm not paying attention, but well, listen, guys. Melissa, I love you. Thank you for doing this. This was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun. I love you. You're the hostess with the mostest, and you're the classiest lady in the biz. And I love this game so much. I cannot wait to play again. I can't wait to play again.
I go, well, I didn't hear you either, for sure. Well, I'm the only lady in this house, so I will say I'm the classiest lady in this particular home right now. for sure. But thank you guys so much for watching Cocktails with Meredith and Melissa, and especially for being fans of the show. We really, really appreciate it. And we're thrilled to be coming back with a new season in the fall. We may very well be taping on a new set, which is very exciting. But we're going to do, oh, is that a critic that I'm hearing in the background?
No, the dogs are excited. They're very excited.
Okay. But either way, whether it's another virtual year or hopefully, fingers crossed, for everybody in this country and around the world, that we're in a much better place. And if that's the case, then we will be coming at you from LA, a studio. And I can't wait to hug you, Melissa, in person. I really can't. Love you much. Thanks again, guys, so much.
Sending everybody health, love, and happiness, and opposite of good morning. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys. Cheers.